Hello, my name is Camilo Bolívar.
My name is Juan Camilo Bello.
My name is Juan David Alarcón.
And my name is Mariana Cifuentes, and we're gonna present BP. Please pay attention to the screen.
BP is one of the world's leading international oil and gas companies. BP is present in more than 80 countries all over the world and employs more than 84,000 workers. They have three main operating segments: upstream segment, downstream segment, and the alternative energy segment. The upstream segment is responsible for the activities in oil and natural gas exploration, field development and production, and midstream transportation, storage, and processing. They also market and trade natural gas, including liquefied natural gas power and natural gas liquids. In 2004, they have activities took place in 28 countries around the world. The downstream segment has significant operations in Europe, North America, and Asia. They also manufacture and markets products in Australasia, Africa, and Central and South America. We have also the alternative energy segments that the main place is located in the United States and in Great Britain. Now I'm going to show you some of the branch that has BP around the world and the branch names. For the Americas we have Arco, Bruma Castrol, and Amco. And for Africa and Asia we have BP Connect and BP Express, as you may see here in the map of the geographic location. In Europe and England they use the name of BP. Now I'm going to show you for the Americas where BP is located. Most of the upstream places of the upstream segment that I explained before are located, or you could see here in the map, as the dark green icons, such as the circle, the stars, and the dark green triangles. You see the downstream, that is where they have the refinery and the petrochemical sites, that are shown as the light green icons, such the square and the triangles. And finally you could see for the alternative energy segments that is shown as the orange icons, the stars and the squares you may see here in the map. You could notice that in Colombia there is no presence of BP. Why? That's because Colombia has not a policy for offshore exploration. We see now the map of Europe and Asia and Africa and Australia. We could notice that all the upstream segment are located in the shore, as I told you before, in Africa and a lot of places in Asia, as you see in the map with the dark green icons. You could see that the downstream location, the refinery, are located, most of them in the central northern Europe, and the most important segment for the alternative energy segment are located in England, as you see in the orange icons. Now, BP projects and operations help to generate employment, investment, and tax revenues in countries and communities around the world. That's the policy they have. They find, develops, and produces essential sources of energy, turning them into products that people need.
This part of the presentation is about the structures of the company's channels. For this, we interviewed Jorge Ayala. He is the project director of an oil and gas company that has working relationships with Ecopetrol. The channel starts when the central office has to decide if they're going to invest in each country. Once this decision is made, it is communicated to the branch office in the country. When the branch office has the permission to start working in that country, it must submit a bid to win the contract and start working. On this part of the channel is where the company has to work with Ecopetrol and the NHA, the National Hydrocarbons Agency. In the case of British Petroleum, the contract that the company is aiming for are offshore exploration and production. Once the company starts working, the first agent of the channel is the one in charge of the exploration of oil and gas. After raw material is found and extracted, it is transported by an intermodal type of transportation involving pipelines, trucks, and ships. Then, it is the work of the manufacturer to refine the oil to make good and quality products.
Okay, in distribution channel, BP has an intensive distribution channel because although their products are mainly sold in their gas stations, we can also find retailers around the world in order to target and to cover all the people that the product is target. Also, we can find that we have two types of label channel. The first one is BP products, BP gas stations and consumer is a level one because the gas is uh, take them to a pipe, so it's from the fabric to the consumer. And the second one is VP, then by charter vessels, then to the BP stations, and then to the consumers.
Now we're going to talk about the depth of the line. So BP's gasoline prices vary in every country due to the regulations that are given in the different countries. Gasoline prices go up and down. Everybody knows that. But not everyone knows why these fluctuations happen. There are a lot of factors that may come in, from taxes to politics to the weather. The final price displayed on the pumps usually includes taxes, which are set by the local or national government. In some countries, taxes account for more than half of the price of the gasoline. In the UK and much of Europe, for example, taxes make up about 70% of the total price charged at the pumps. By comparison, countries such as the US or Mexico have a number closer to 20%. BP has a full line strategy, which is that they attempt to enhance the product line depth through carrying a high number of variations on similar products in order to satisfy a wide range of different customers. For example, in their brand called Castrol, they have a lot of different types of oils that satisfy different types of customer needs. Starting from they have oil for regular customers, for regular cars, or for racing cars, or for cars that need a much higher price oil. The benefits and attributes of the product. Castrol has oil, lubricants, and gasoline as their principal products, aside from other products that are not such as big in the company. They have top quality synthetic oil that is considered the best in the market. Also, the technology that stimulates innovation. A classic phrase in their company and in their oil industry is it's more than just oil, it's engineering. Castrol, which is their oil brand, is specialized in high quality oil, especially for racing motors.
A direct competitor of BP is Mobil. A disadvantage that BP faces in the distribution channel against Mobil is that it is not present in the Latin American market, while Mobil is one of the most strongest company in the sector. Maybe if BP distribution channel was in Latin American, it will be the first selling company of petroleum in the world. On the other hand, BP supply chain is more stable than Mobil supply chain. This is because of one reason. BP is one of the greatest producers of gas in the world. Gas is a product that is much more easier to find and so makes its distribution more constant, while Mobil is always depending on petroleum, on its prices and the new findings that is made. So BP supply chain will always be more stable because of its productivity in gas.
The diagram of logistics that the organization uses to carry the offering to the final customer is the one that you are seeing on the screen. The oil and gas is extracted due to a modern type of technology. In the case of our proposal, the offshore exploration, our company has an advantage thanks to the expertise of our staff in the sea. After the oil and gas is extracted, it is transported to the refining plant or to a petrochemicals plant. In these plants, the raw materials are transformed to make different products or new materials. In this stage, the product may get to the consumer directly or go to another plant to use the new materials to make new products. It is important to mention that warehousing is not used in this area of production because all the products made from oil and gas have high demand, so they are always on a continuous fluctuation in the market. Finally, the suggestion that will make the distribution channel more efficient is to evaluate the social environment and the ecosystems that surround each of the parts of the distribution channel. If we make a proper evaluation of the ecosystem of which we are to be extracted gas and oil, the company may avoid ecological disasters. Also, if the social environment of certain areas is evaluated, it might anticipate where it is not safe to put a pipeline due to the continuous attacks that these structures suffer.
Thank you for your attention.